Today I'm going to show you how to make Chinese donut. Now, Chinese donut is a Taiwanese breakfast that's sometimes eaten plain, sometimes with congee, but my favorite is with homemade soy milk. In Mandarin, we call Chinese donut Yóutiáo, and it's known for its delicate crunchiness, and inside it's honeycomb shapes. It's salty, it's delicious, and today I am going to show you how to make Chinese donut at home using 6 basic ingredients. Now, for this recipe, we will need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of oil, 3 teaspoons of baking soda, half a teaspoon of sugar, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and half a cup of room temperature water. Now, with all these ingredients, we are going to be making a cold rise dough. And I like using this method because we don't need any yeast, and because we're going to let it sit in the fridge overnight for the dough to rise and ferment, which is great because I don't like to babysit my dough. And what's really neat is that you can do this on a Friday and it'll be ready on Saturday, or even the next day on a Sunday, you'll have Chinese donut ready to make. So with that, let's get started. First, start by sifting together all your dry ingredients in a large mixing bowl. Next, add your oil and water while slowly mixing everything in with a spatula or spoon. Once all the ingredients are mixed, dig in with your hands and begin to knead everything together. Now, it might be slightly sticky at first, but try kneading for a little bit before adding small amounts of flour if needed. After kneading for 3 to 5 minutes, cover the bowl and let the dough sit in a warm area for 1 hour. During this time, some air bubbles will begin to form in the dough. So, after an hour, take the dough out and gently punch down about 15 times or so to release the gases that have formed. After that, knead the dough for another 10 minutes. Next, form the dough into a ball shape and place it in a small plastic bag, then seal it up by tying a knot at the top, leaving just a bit of room inside so the dough can expand. Now all we need to do is just place it in the fridge overnight for it to ferment and rise. The next morning, take the dough out of the fridge and let it sit on your countertop or a warm area for 2 hours. You'll want to make sure the dough comes to room temperature before using it. When it's ready, gently roll the dough out into a log shape, then into a long rectangle about 1/3 of an inch thick. Now, be gentle when rolling because there are air bubbles in there, and those will help give our donut the honeycomb shapes inside. Next, divide the dough into thin strips of equal width, and using a chopstick or skewer, make an indentation in the center of your first strip. Place another piece on top of that and press down to make another indentation. And when you're done, the strips should look like this. Now it's time to cook. Since we're deep frying, I really recommend you wear an apron so you don't get any oil splatters on your clothes. Next, fill your wok with oil and heat it up to 350 degrees. Use a candy thermometer if you have one so you have just the right temperature. I'm cutting my dough lengthwise in half so I can make shorter donuts because they're easier to cook. Stretch and pinch down the ends just before placing them in oil, and if your oil's at the right temperature, they should float to the top right away. Use long chopsticks to turn the donuts while deep frying so they cook to an even golden brown. This should take about 2 minutes. Now, if you want to make long ones, you can. Just keep in mind you'll need the cookware and more oil to accommodate the longer length. Once they're done deep frying, let them drain on paper towels or a rack to cool before serving. So this is how you make Chinese donut. Now, you know you've made a good Chinese donut when you bite into it and it's kind of crispy and flaky, so let's give that a shot. Now, if you ever get tired of savory Chinese donut, you can always sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon sugar over it, and then you'll have sweet Chinese donut. Kind of tastes like churro, so really good. I'm Angel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys soon. Bye! Oh wait, there's one more thing I forgot to mention. If you guys have extra Chinese donut dough, go ahead and just cook it all off, deep fry them, let them cool, then put them in your freezer. You can freeze them whole or freeze them cut up like this. Then you can put them in the toaster or your oven, or you can deep fry them again for the next day. But I personally like cutting them up into bite-sized pieces like this, popping them into the toaster, and that will make these extra crunchy.